Well, hello everyone. Here to show you right here is like a pen drawing a sketch right here of like have right here as example right here of me along with like see this right here will be like a lady girl or so, and you have right here is that talk about you're tossing coins into a fountain, and I'm sure that most of us have done that before to where that we would be tossing a making a wish, and it's so known as for what did you wish for necessarily. And sometimes, and I know that since I was young, that I think I've done that a couple. It's like recently, no, but still, that what do people usually do? While that you're walking by a fountain, a water fountain like that. If it's going to be maybe in front of a building or any type of property like that, and I guess do some they think that it's like it represents a tip, for like nice display or something like that. Just to display something. Is this supposed to be what you call with actual water running? Does that actually mean is to where like doing about for if it's supposed to be like a mural or if like a memorial or anything like that, anything about remembrance or anything like that, or if it's supposed to be about is to where make a wish, but any type of tip money or anything like that, for like nice display. But for any coins that maybe that we may toss into one of those fountains, and you're like wondering to where if it's going to be between the Sacagawea, dollar, coin, or if it's any going to be any other type of coin, kind of like these right here, these examples right here. But you see right here, as I went and sketch right here, are some examples right here. If anybody say that whenever they were to make a wish, you toss a coin into the fountain and they were to make a wish, right? Well, what did they wish for? Did they wish for a college fund? Did they wish for what's called reconnections? Your reconnections could include something like whenever boyfriend or your recently boyfriend or recently boyfriend, recently boyfriend or recently girlfriend that reunited or anything like that, or if like maybe one of your best friends or something like that. So how often do we remember about if we were to toss a coin into a fountain if we made a wish at all? And I think once or twice that mainly it was about as to anything I made a wish for was about maybe anything that I want to have, or maybe if it was to make friends, or maybe it was what you caused like to where that if you were to toss a coin, try and aim it like try to toss it into the water, and just the way that it kind of goes into the fountain, especially is to where I thought was pretty neat also. So we may see a number of these coins inside of a water fountain like this right here, and they contain between dimes and nickels and coins, and as well as pennies or so any coins like that. And a lot of times that anybody like Warren to her, what does that usually mean to her? That whenever a girl that she tossed a coin in there and she made a wish, and then the guy tossed a coin in there and they made a wish, and that they actually finally connected at this location. So you're like Warren to her any specific location in general. So you're like Warren to where that that for how the lady found the guy, or from how the guy found the lady, or anything like that, and like for anything about reconnections. And you have right here is like for like Sacagawea, dollar coin right here. I have right here in my Photoshop work, but this right here like a little child, strapped on the back, and as well as the Statue of Liberty, as well as others like I have right here is a I think Madison. It's like James, it's like Madison or something like that. That's on a dollar coin, as well as these other examples of these dollar coins. So if anybody will warrant, or you may have wished for maybe a college fund, or maybe an equal week time with your friends or something like that, or maybe to go to the party or something like that, maybe for good health reasons or anything like that. So you're like Warren to where whenever you look at a water fountain and think about you toss a coin into the fountain, and sometimes it's like they say you make a wish or whatever you're thinking about, or that if it's anything about what you call good times, that your best time, what you call one of your best times that you can remember, or so. So you're like Warren to where maybe like if it could be what you call best time to remember. So you're going to go ahead and pull a coin out of your pocket and toss it into the fountain, and just marking it as to where something to remember by, the best time that you can remember. So you have right here is this fountain right here, and I know like with anybody that they were to toss a coin into one of those fountains and thinking about it as to where that yeah, that you toss a coin into the fountain, and then basically what does that mean necessarily? So you're like, Warren Tor, does it mean is Tor answer the questions? Can you say anything about trivia question? Each time that you get an answer wrong, that you would have to toss a coin into the fountain, or does that basically mean is toward the best of luck to that person, especially? So each time I have done that, and I would maybe say something or think about something before I would toss a coin into the fountain. But then on your hand, it just seems like to where if anybody warns us toward that, yeah, that you toss a coin in there, and then I guess you're like Warren toward kind of like what you call this long story short is to where that anybody say that, yeah, what did you wish for necessarily? And one of those would be is to where maybe it's to where that, yeah, that wanted to go ahead and help improve my education as well. So whenever before I would toss a coin into the waterfall, in which I know that one time it was back in the sixth grade that they had these waterfall, these fountains that were set up in the classroom that they say that make a wish and toss the coin into the stream of water, and I would toss it in there, and I think I kept thinking about if there was like any prizes if you were to toss it in there properly, that there were prizes that were being offered or anything like that. But I kept thinking about whenever I made it into the fountain, it was like that they didn't really say anything like "good job" or anything like that. But they may have been thinking to their minds about that too. But anyway, but what does that usually mean whenever we walk by a water fountain that like this right here, a display of a bird right here? We would toss a coin in there and we would just kind of look at it and just see how the water flows. And we're like we're on tour, but maybe every each month or something like that, maybe once a year or something like that, that we would walk by there and toss a coin. Does that basically mean is to a nice display, or if people are maybe thinking about something, or maybe thinking about is to where that's something that maybe that they say that yeah, they promise to be good or anything like that, or they may wish for something also, and that they may be thinking about college fund, or maybe reconnections with maybe with a friend of yours that you may have met maybe on campus or maybe around town, and thinking about us to where that they toss a coin and you toss a coin, and this is basically about how we met. So if anybody warns us to where that, yeah, that you toss a coin into the fountain, and I guess it's basically what you call meaning is for like good luck. For like best of luck, to everyone. But under that, they talk about for the water fountain. It's like about for make a wish. It's like for what did we wish for? May 25, and thanks for watching. Have a great